The UN's World Food Programme, or WFP, distributes food on Chad's border with Sudan. Sudan's conflict between its military and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, or RSF, has triggered intercommunal violence in western Darfur, just a kilometre away, according to the UN Human Rights Commission. Satahir Mohamed Abdullah is an English teacher from Janina in western Darfur. 3 weeks ago, he says armed men he believes are aligned with the RSF rode into his town on horses, camels and motorbikes, burning and looting homes and killing residents. He says the power struggle between the RSF and the Sudanese army at the heart of the conflict means men like this can now act with impunity.
Everyone wanted to be a president in Sudan. That is their problem, but there is another people. They are thieves. It's a groups of thieves, and they are with vice president. And if you have like cars, they can take your car. If you have goods in the shop, they can come and take your goods. If you refuse, they can kill you.
He fled with his wife and children, arriving here in Kafrun, Chad, where he and his family now take refuge from 40-degree heat in this tiny shelter. Now that he is here, he faces a new threat. Aid workers say the situation for refugees in Chad was dire even before the Sudan conflict broke out last month. The WFP plans to halt all assistance for over 700,000 refugees and internally displaced people in Chad this month because of a lack of funding, according to a Reuters report Tuesday. Before the civil war, Chad hosted hundreds of thousands of Sudanese refugees as a result of years of violence in neighbouring Darfur. Pierre Honorat is the WFP country director for Chad. He says the refugees from the Sudan conflict are putting even more strain on what little is left.
It's alarming, it's critical. So today, on top of that food insecurity that you have in Chad, you have now all those newcomers, which is putting a lot of stress on the host population.
El Saida Ibrahim Mohamed Adam says she arrived in Kafrun with her baby on her back, and her journey was fraught with danger. She says she feels safe from the armed groups in Sudan at least, but people here are desperate.
There is no food, water, or blankets. Some refugees don't have enough to eat. 9 or 10 families have to share tiny portions of food. There are children here. A mother gave birth to her child and then died, so there are newborns and elderly people, as well as diseased and injured people. Many children are starving. They don't even have anything to wear. They have no place to shield themselves from the heat of the sun or the gusts of wind.
As it stands, no more aid is coming for Adam and her family. Harry Wilkins for VOA News, Kafrun, Chad.